Okay, in class today we started learning about fractions. The words that you see here are the four vocabulary words that we went over. We talked about what a fraction is, what a unit fraction is, and when you break a fraction up, what the numerator and the denominator are. So we're going to go over that, and basically that's all we're going to do. So we said fraction. What is a fraction? So a fraction, we learned, is a part of a whole. So if you have a whole of something, like a bar, we used fraction bars today, this is a whole bar. And how many bars are there? It's only one. But this is a whole bar. And if we split it up, we have to split it up into equal parts in order for it to be a fraction. So if we split it right here, this piece of the bar and this piece of the bar are not equal. So therefore it is not a fraction, because this piece and this piece are not the same size. But if we split it down the middle, now we have one piece over here and two pieces over here. So now it is split into what we call halves. How many pieces in... Okay, so anyway, that's a fraction. So we still have the whole bar, but it is split up into one part and two parts, and they are equal. If we split it up again, cut those in half, now we have four equal parts, but we still have a whole bar. Okay, so the fraction, so the whole bar has been split up into four equal parts. And if we take one of those parts out, it's smaller than the whole. But if we put all four pieces together, we still have the same whole. Alright? Now, our next vocabulary word that we learned was unit fraction. A unit fraction is the unit that is used to measure the whole piece. So if I color this one fraction in, this one piece in right here, this is one piece out of the four. So one piece, which is this one, and out of the four pieces in total. This is what every other piece is going to be measured by. So every other piece is 1/4, which makes it our unit fraction. So a unit fraction is what each individual piece represents. So this one is 1/4. This one is 1/4, and this one is 1/4. Our unit fraction is what each individual piece represents. Now, for it to be a unit fraction, the numerator, which we're about to learn, always has to be a 1. So when the numerator is a 1, that means that is our unit fraction, because it represents what each individual piece in this whole is a unit fraction. So again, this is our whole, and it's split up into fourths, and each individual piece represents 1/4 of the whole. Alright? Now we're going to talk about our numerator. Our numerator is how many pieces that we're using, or that are still there, or that are being represented. So right now, in this fraction bar, how many pieces are colored in? Well, only one piece is colored in. So that is our numerator. Alright, and that one always goes on top of the fraction bar. So again, here's our fraction bar, just like it is here. That's our fraction bar. And when we learn how many pieces we're using, that is what our numerator represents. So only one piece is colored in, so it's 1. Now, our next vocabulary word, our denominator, means how many pieces that there are, or how many pieces it's cut into. And so the denominator, again, represents how many pieces there are. So as you can see, this whole bar was split up into 4 pieces. So that is our denominator, which always goes on the bottom. So the numerator represents how many pieces are still there, or how many are representing. If I said how many pieces are not colored in, well, then we count how many pieces are not colored in. 1, 2, 3. And then that's our numerator. And how many pieces are there in all? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I said how many pieces are colored in, 1/4 of the bar is colored in. How much of the bar is not colored in? 3/4 of the bar is not colored in. And I'm going to do one more with a pie. So I'll make a circle. And let's say I split this into 6 pieces. So we have 6 pieces. Let's say I color in, let's say this is a pizza. Let's say I still have 2 pieces of pizza left. So I would ask 2 questions from this. How many pieces of pizza are still left? 1, 2, or how much of the pizza is left is what I should say. How much of the pizza is left? Well, we have 1, 2 pieces are left, which is our numerator, and now we need to know how many total pieces there were. So, how much of the pizza is left? Well, we know 2 pieces are left, but it's 2 pieces out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. So how much of the pizza is left? 2/6. How much of the pizza have we eaten? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces that have already been eaten. So that's our numerator. And how many pieces were there in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4/6 of the pizza has already been eaten. So this is eaten, and this is left. Alright, so again, that's our basic lesson on the beginning of fractions with our 4 vocabulary words. Fraction is a part of a whole. Unit fraction is what each individual piece represents. So if we look at this one real quick, what would our unit fraction be for this piece of pizza? Well, if we just look at one piece, there's 1 piece and 6 total. So our unit fraction is 1/6. Numerator, which is our top number in our fraction, which means the numbers that we're representing or that we're asking for. So this one we asked how many pieces were left, 2. And this one we asked how many pieces were eaten, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our numerator. And denominator is how many pieces there were at the beginning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, and 6. Alright?